Hi, guys. I'm not sure if any of you know what it's like to have a mom that cannot tell a secret. And I mean not one thing. Her mouth is looser than, well, I don't know what, but check this out and then you tell me. Oh, and watch this video all the way to the end. Like and comment your username for a chance to win a frost dragon. So my name is Shelby, and yesterday on my way home from school, I ran into Dillian, who's, I don't know, only the hottest boy in school. I was so flushed and excited when I got in the house. I didn't think when Mom asked me what was up.
Hi, honey. What's got you all excited today, huh?
Mom, I literally just bumped into my crush Dillian outside our house. I need to breathe.
Oh, well, I remember that feeling of young love. I mean, it's been decades for me, but it's a wonderful feeling. Oh, Shelby, I'm so excited for you. Your first crush. Can Mom help?
Well, that's when the alarming bells sounded in my head, and I remember thinking, what did I just do? Because, you see, ever since I was like 3 years old, I knew my mom had a problem with holding her mouth. She could not keep a secret to save her life. Hey, Mom, do nothing, okay? Please, Mom, promise me, stay away from Dillian and all members of his family.
Gosh, Shelby, I was only trying to help if I could. But have it your way. You know, I have a lot more experience and wisdom than you do. I bet I could help you snag that Dillian boy in no time.
Mom, please, stay away from him and do nothing. Promise me.
Okay, fine. Have it your way. But don't say I didn't offer to help.
The next day, I went with Mom to the supermarket to pick up a few things. And guess who we ran into? Dillian and his mom. I was so nervous to be standing in his presence. I started sweating. I was kind of feeling faint, and I wasn't hearing the conversation until my mom said,
Trisha, you need to stop by the house later to try my new key lime lemon cake. And do bring that handsome boy of yours, Dillian. Why, my Shelby has such a crush on him. You remember how it was at that age, don't you?
Of course I do. We should absolutely try to help them, Tiffany. They make such a cute couple.
all I wanted was the earth to open up and swallow me whole. And worse, I took a quick glance at Dillian, and he had the look of a wild animal that was being hunted. And that's not all. The school gossip, Daniela, was there, and she heard it all. And I saw her take her phone out as she stood there. Which means, in about 5 minutes, all of Makersville will know that I adore Dillian Hastings. Oh, God. Mom! How could you?
Oh, why don't be silly, Cupcake. We're just trying to help you.
The minute we got home, I got on Instagram, and sure enough, Dillian and I were the talk of the town. Bets were being made, and I just wanted to throw up. I stayed home that week because I had also gotten pretty sick. When I felt better, I returned to school. I went to cheerleading practice. When I got there, guess who was just leaving? It was Mom. I could only imagine what had just happened before I arrived, because I noticed a bunch of my teammates looking at me funny. and some were trying to hide their smirks and giggles. It wasn't until our cheer coach said,
Shelby, your mom told us that it's that time of the month for you, so, maybe sit this practice out, okay?
"Ugh! I could kill her with my bare hands! How could she? I even lost my best friend Ricky because of my mom." You see, Ricky had confided in me that her dad was going to prison, and my mom overheard her telling me. She barged into the room and said,
Oh, dear Ricky, if there's anything you guys need, don't hesitate to ask.
Ricky begged my mom not to say anything, but I knew it was just a matter of time. And sure enough, we were at church one Sunday and our pastor asked if there was anyone that needed prayer or wanted to pray for someone. And good old mom said,
If I didn't put the Pattersons up for prayer, I'd never forgive myself. Guys, Mr. Patterson is going to prison. Let's all pray for him.
Of course, it was all over town in a matter of minutes. And in the middle of the night when the cops came for Mr. Patterson, Ricky and her mom moved to another city and I never saw her again. But the absolute worst thing that she did that destroyed my life was when she got my scholarship revoked. Yep. You see, I was working hard at getting into an Ivy League school, but my mom didn't think I'd pull it off. But I did. And on the day that I found out that I'd been accepted and had gotten a full ride, Mom said,
Shelb, I need to confess something.
I got hot and cold at once, and a feeling of total dread came over me. Mom, what did you do?
Well, Shelb, I did it for your future, okay?
Apparently, Mom had such little faith in me that she paid a bribe to someone at the school so that I could get in. I was so disgusted and ashamed of her. I decided not to accept the scholarship. And it's a good thing that I did that, because a few days later, we got a letter from the university saying that Mom's friend that she paid the bribe to was arrested for fraud, and that they discovered that we were involved in the cash for the scholarship scheme. And I was blacklisted from all the top Ivy League schools in the country. I ended up going to my local community college, which wasn't that bad, but wasn't really my dream school either. And that scandal followed me everywhere. I worked really hard, moved out of my mom's house freshman year, and had my name legally changed. I stopped talking to Mom because I knew that even though she usually meant well, she'd never change. Well, even though it took me twice as long, I still accomplished my dream of becoming a veterinarian. I got married to a great guy and had a cute daughter. Because of my work, I had to hire a nanny, and my husband Steven found an awesome nanny. I'm not sure why she seemed so familiar to me, but I chalked it up to her being so awesome with my daughter Izzy. Everything was going great until one day I came home from work and Izzy and the nanny weren't there. Hours passed and they never came home. Steven and I got so worried. We called the police and that's when my nightmare truly began. The police discovered that the woman that we called Nanny was actually Ricky Patterson, my old bestie that left town all of those years back. Apparently, she'd kidnapped my little Izzy, and the police had no leads of where she'd gone. That's when I thought about my mom, and I felt this sudden shame wash over me, and I knew that I had to call her. I kept thinking, is this how my mom felt? When I left without looking back? I was really nervous to call her, but I did. Hello? Mom?
Shelby! Oh, thank God!
I broke down and told Mom about Izzy, and we talked for a long time. Then suddenly Mom said,
You know, Shelby, I just remembered that the Pattersons had moved to a place called Marcy's Vineyard. Maybe you should mention that to the police, dear.
Well, I called the police right away and they got in touch with the sheriff in Marcy's Vineyard. And sure enough, they found Ricky with my little Izzy. Steven and I got in our car and drove there as fast as we could and arrived just in time to see them taking Ricky away. She shouted at me,
I hate you, Shelby Grinner. You ruined my life.
gosh. My mom had actually saved my little girl. I was so thankful. Mom ended up moving closer to us so she could help out with Izzy. And she's changed so much. I could actually confide in her, and she kept everything I told her to herself. Thanks for watching my story, you guys. And thanks, Majestic Place, for letting me tell it here. Don't forget to like, sub, share, and comment, so we can keep making more videos for you to enjoy. Later, Gators!